Hey guys, I want to share with you stories, and these stories are that how many times the Holy Spirit or Spirit of God came batting for me, where He came fighting for me, and He's still fighting for me. The Holy Spirit never stopped fighting for me, and I'm very grateful that every time I prayed, to the Maker of the universe and asking him or asking his intervention, and he never failed. He always looking after me, and I'm looking after the 144,000, the elect, the chosen ones, and I'm forever grateful. You know, so I'm gonna tell you stories where I'm sure 100% these events have occurred, and because the infinite, God have given me signs. Have given me clues and stuff like that, revelation, and He showed me when it was done. You know. So the first story I'm gonna tell you is about this a friend of my brother that uh, was I was renting a room from in in his apartment. It was an apartment. They were renting a house, but he rented rooms. So at that point, I just got back to Canada, and I was looking for a place and whatnot. And so anyhow, he was renting rooms for it's like $500 or whatnot. And anyhow, I stayed with him, and he started talking about me and talking trash about me and negatively and stuff like that, right? I heard him one time mention things like very negative, and he's from Sudan, you know. So I felt disrespected. I told you I'm one of these people when I'm disrespected. I I don't allow people to disrespect me, you know. And if you disrespect me, I react right away. I respond to it. I don't let people walk all over me. And so I prayed against him, and I asking God, to give me justice because I haven't done anything to him for him to act this way, to talk trash about me. So anyhow, I packed up my stuff and I moved out. Okay, and when I moved out, I prayed against him for justice, and so the what happened to him is his son, his older son in the U.S. So this story that I just told you that where he was talking trash about me is in Canada, but his children, he has two children. He has two boys, and they're both in the U.S. and that it happened like in a matter of months, like maybe a few months, maybe a couple of months, 3 months. I can't remember exactly the length what it happened. His older son took his younger son with him in a car, and they went and they killed somebody. They shot somebody. They shot somebody, and they are actually in. One of them was underage. It was like 16, I think, or 15, and the other one is adult. So is that like he's like 18 or 19? So they end up killing somebody, and that's a story number one where the Holy Spirit gave me justice on on him because I prayed for justice. I didn't specifically ask for this, but God decides how He's gonna give you justice, right? So that's the first story. I'm 100%. The Holy Spirit came and gave me justice, and this child, fortunately, is still under in jail for waiting for his hearing. You know, but anyhow, that's story number one. And then I'm going to tell you another story. Another story. This the same guy who I moved out of his house. He talked trash about my brother. My brother, who's I told you he teaches in university in the U.S. I told him something. We were talking about something, and he went and gossip about this about something. I don't want to get into details, but anyhow, he went and gossip about my brother to one of his friends, and then my brother ended up getting into a situation at the university where he was teaching. Somebody sent a letter. Somebody sent a letter saying that my brother' education is false and he doesn't have a PhD in business school and minor in accounting, and basically they're questioning his education. So my brother, the university where he left that university, he went to another university, and then they end up, checking with the university where he graduated from, and they said yes, he have a PhD, and so whoever accused my brother, through lies, pretty much they lied about my brother. My brother did not get in trouble. He just they told him, you know what, everything, all his education is legit, that nothing need to be worried. But anyhow, end up. So the person who had done this was working at the university, at the first university that my brother left. He was teaching in university. I don't want to mention the name, but anyhow, he was in this university. He left. He went to another university, and I prayed against whoever done my brother wrong. I prayed whoever got my brother, in trouble, or instigated something so my brother can get in trouble, whatnot, which is my brother never did, because it's jealousy, because we are guessing is his department head who actually called his next university and told them that his education are false. And so anyhow, I prayed against him. I prayed against. I didn't specifically. Initially I prayed against him for giving my brother a hard time, and then I prayed against anybody who did my brother wrong, to the infinite, to God, to give us justice. Okay, and anyhow. My brother, he took him to court. No, they wanted him to pay something because he taught in two different university, which BS, because he had the time he had a visa to teach at one university, but he taught in two different ones. So they said, "Oh, you're not supposed to be teaching in two university," but there's no law forbids that. But anyhow, they end up throwing the case out, and so there's nothing there to pursue. But anyhow, I prayed against that university. I prayed against the department head of my brother, and so anyhow, they lost the case in court. And then the second thing happened to them is the department head that I prayed against, he ended up getting demoted. he lost his job as a department head. And they demoted him to assistant professor. They demoted him from department head to assistant professor. So, which is currently happening. You understand? So, this is the second story where the Holy Spirit intervened, done something for me. And the third story was, God revealed to me. He told me, he revealed to me is 241. He says Revelation 241. And in this program, I'm going to tell you before I tell you the Revelation 241 and what happened with that story. Indians, Indians are number one participating in this illegal human experimentation and targeting program that has been done globally. India is number one because India practice witchcraft and they know how to manipulate energy, chakra systems, and stuff like that. So they've been used because India is part of the Commonwealth countries. They are the puppet of United Kingdom. They are the puppet of United Kingdom. So they are targeting the 144,000 through witchcraft. India. That's why India gave a statue of Shiva, and they have that Shiva in front of CERN, because CERN is a portal. You understand? CERN is a portal. You understand? And so anyhow, God knows that I don't like India for that reason, because they practice witchcraft. They demonic attack people, and they don't believe in God. In India, they're Hindus. They believe in cows and monkeys and pigs and mouse. They worship all these animals. They don't worship God, but they worship the animals, right? So God knows I don't like India. I do not like India, and India is gonna pay for what they've done. Bi'ithnillah. So that's what I'm going to do, to lead the army to India. Yeah. But anyhow, to tell you the story about India's event where God directly intervened. So he revealed to me a few days, maybe I can't remember the days, maybe 6, 7 days, or could be less, or could be more, I can't remember. But before this event took place, God told me, look up at the Revelation 241, okay? And I looked it up, and I didn't know what it meant, and I said, okay, I'm going to look for signs to see if there is anything is going to be revealed, and guess what? Air India fell. And guess how many passengers were in Air India that died? There were 242 passengers, right? But only one person survived the crash of Air India. Look it up. Look up online. Anyhow, he told me to look at Revelation 241. 241 people died. Only one person survived. Okay? So that's when I prayed against India. I prayed against India for justice. Right? And God brought this plane down. So your prayer, guys, are always answered. 144,000. Pray for justice against these people. Okay? So I'm going to tell you another story where I had this friend, Polish friend, that I've met in UK. And he took me with him to Poland to visit because he broke his ankle. He broke his what do you call it, the kneecap. He broke his kneecap, and he fell down the stairs and whatnot. So I went with him to see doctors in Poland because he says he didn't like the doctors in UK. He says they're not that good, but the Polish doctor are the best. So I went with him. And anyhow, we had a clash and we had a fight when when we were in Poland, and so I came back to UK, and I said to him, "We're no longer friends. I don't want nothing to do with you." I told him I don't want to talk to him anymore because he also talked about me garbage, gossip about me, and he did me wrong, right? And and I just didn't really wanted to do anything with him anymore. So when we came back to UK, I stopped talking to him. I blocked his number from blocked him and deleted his phone number from my phone. And and I told him I'm no longer want to be friends and let's move on and stuff. And he's still trying to be spiteful and be wicked and stuff like that. He's still so anyhow. I prayed against him because when he's trying to still to provoke me, I prayed against him and I said, God, give me justice on him. Anyhow, not even a matter of weeks, this guy got beaten up. Somebody on in the street beat him up and took his cell phone away from him. It's in UK, in London, in a very good neighborhood. So anyhow, a guy walked up to him and apparently he beat him up, and he took his cell phone away. You know what he said? He told we have a common friend, a Sudanese guy who lives in Poland. He called me and he goes, "Oh, you don't know what Marek says about you?" And I said, "What?" And he told me he got beaten and somebody stole his phone, and he says, "You're responsible. I'm responsible. Like I am the one who paid this guy to beat him," which is I have no idea who beat him up, and because I deleted his phone number, I don't have any association with him, so I would not know who beat him up, right? But I just prayed. I prayed against him. I said, "Give me justice." Somebody beat him up and took his cell phone away. See, that's the Holy Spirit in works, God in works, because I prayed, and so there's a lot of things that happen since my targeting began, where I'm certain, the Holy Spirit intervened, and I know there is many other things that the Holy Spirit have done for me that is not known to me, right? Because God will never stop fighting for you, okay? So this is the stories about when you pray against justice, the Holy Spirit of God, Ruh al-Qudus, will avenge on your behalf. Why I'm telling you this story? Because I'm going to pray against Saudi Arabia and United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries and stuff for justice. Because since I got here to Saudi Arabia, I've been attacked on a daily basis. So I'm going to pray against anybody who participate in this program, who is in Saudi Arabia, Commonwealth countries, United States, or any country. Everybody who participating to give me justice against these people. You understand? Yeah, even though this is God holy land, but God is fair. God is, you think, is not going to punish people in Saudi Arabia because they live here? No, God is fair. God will avenge on my behalf. So I'm gonna shower and I'm gonna baptize myself, and I'm gonna pray against Saudi Arabia, against United Kingdom, against Commonwealth countries, against every country who participate in targeting, and all people who are targeting me and targeting 144,000. to be justified in earth before judgment day. So things will appear in your life, in your walking life. Before you die, you're gonna see it. And Saudi Arabia, they're gonna see it as well. All the rulers here who are calling the shots and allowing these people who are initiating people to target us will be just, will be brought in, will be just things. Okay, let me tell you something. Horrible things is going to happen to them because I'm going to shower and baptize myself, and I'm going to pray against all who participating. So it could come in your family, it can come in your life, and it could come directly. Something is going to impact you, either toward you, toward your family member, but it's going to happen because the Holy Spirit decide who the Holy Spirit is going to target or give you justice on, right? I cannot say, oh, I want so and so to, but God decide who will go after. You understand? So I give you plenty of evidence. All these events happens, and honestly, guys, I don't want to swear to God because I'm in a bathroom now recording this. I cannot say I swear to God in a bathroom because the bathroom is not a clean place. It's not a clean place for just to mention God's name. Okay? And anyhow, what I told you is 100% factual, and I'm gonna pray against these people, and they're gonna see it because when these people something happen to them in their life, they're gonna regret. Because when I pray, I'm not gonna undo. I'm not gonna say I forgive. No, because you continue to attack me, I'm gonna pray against you for justice. Okay, that's all. And yeah, that day is gonna come regardless. Whether they like it or not, and they're gonna regret having done us wrong. Okay, 144,000 pray. Stay prayed up and help one another, and go and read the list how to feed the Holy Spirit, how to have relationship with the Spirit of God, Spirit of Almighty. Because once you have relationship, God will avenge on your behalf. God will do you justice. Okay, remember that. I provide you plenty of evidence, and things happen to people I prayed against. I swear to God. I don't want to swear to God, but anyhow, you know what I mean. I don't want to say that because I'm in the bathroom. So anyhow, you know what I mean. You have what I told you. Every story I told you is 100% factual. I did not add anything. I did not subtract anything. I did not re-embellish or make up a story. Everything I told you is true. The Holy Spirit have not just done these things I mentioned, the 4 stories I just told you, have done a lot more. You understand? Always the infinite will go batting for you. Remember that. And I showed you how to have a relationship with God. I'm going to pray today, and I'm not going to undo it. I'm not going to say I forgive these people, because I want these people who are attacking me now, things to happen in their life. They cannot undo.